the call, and we'll also have whoever else decided to call in on the call. And the reason I say that is to caution the council that you won't be sidebarring at this meeting. Anything that you say on the call will be heard by everybody on the call. And Lord knows I've done a lot of sidebarring over the years.
And front barring too.
I was waiting for that. I can always depend on you, Larry. All right, that's 6:59. Okay, I've got 7. I'm going to start. Welcome, everybody, to the March 19th Chesapeake Beach Town Council meeting. Let the record read that the roll call is that the entire Town Council and Mayor are present on this call and can be heard by anybody who is also on the call. At this time, okay, I am in Town Hall. I do have a flag. I'm going to everybody that cares to, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. No. Just give me a second, everybody.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States
of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Okay, give me 1 second, everybody.
If you can read the 929 number again, so everyone knows how to connect in the
Okay.
meeting ID.
If there's anybody on the call that is having a problem connecting, the number would be 1-929-205-6099.
And then meeting ID.
And then the meeting ID, which is 50, no, I'm sorry, the meeting ID 869-755-7180, participant ID 52. Okay, thanks. Okay, now we'll begin. Approval of the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any ayes have it? At this time, I'm going to just stop for a minute, and what I'm going to say right now will be my mayor's report, which is basically, I want to encourage everybody to watch the video that we put out today. There's a mayor's video. It'll be on email and also on the town website. Basically, in a nutshell, just providing information to the citizenry. 2 main points are on that video. It's a 3-minute video. Tomorrow, our website will go live with a COVID-19 resources portal that will provide updates and other useful information. And what I want to relate to the town is basically, that during this crisis, our main focus is going to be clean water, toilets flushing, trash removal, and public safety. So thank you. If you haven't seen it, please do. At this time, I'm going to ask, is there any public comment on any item on the agenda? You'll need to unmute if you're, okay, we're in the process of unmuting people. I'm calling in if they do have a public comment on any item on the agenda. While we're doing that, a reminder, it's a public comment, not a question and answer, and all comments are directed to the chair. So is there any public comment on any item on the agenda? I did receive a written comment, which I'm going to read for the record. This is a comment from James Grainer, who's the president of Southern Maryland Recycling, and his comment is, Dear Honorable Mayor, council members and clerk, Southern Maryland Recycling is an Owen-based company that has been serving the Southern Maryland area since 1997 and has provided the town of Chesapeake Beach with trash and recycling services for years. We thank the town and this council for its continued support, and we hope to continue our working relationship with the town for years to come. We are providing comments on item 10.2, Roman numeral 10, and specifically oppose the award of the new 3-year contract to Evergreen Disposal. There are 2 reasons why Evergreen Disposal is not eligible for award of the contract and why the council should not approve the contract at this time. First, Evergreen Disposal is a Virginia corporation that does not meet the minimum qualifications because it has not performed these services for a municipality, local, or state government in the last 5 years. This is important because an experienced vendor like Southern Maryland Recycling, with more than 10 years of experience providing these services, understands the full scope of work involved in trash and recycling disposal services for the town of Chesapeake Beach. An inexperienced vendor will encounter services with disposal issues, particularly where the RFP understated the total quality of tipping tickets and tons of disposal required. Second, Evergreen did not include the required bid price in its bid. In addition to violating the RFP's explicit requirements, this prevented the town from considering all options available, including the 5-year base contract term, and including a performance bond to protect the town against a non-performance. As it stands now, the town is poised to award to a firm that may not have the ability to acquire performance bonding. By ignoring the requirements of its RFP, which states, quote, bids, ... shall be filled out in full, end of quote. The town sets a precedent that its procurement rules are akin to suggestions that can be waived for any reason. Regrettably, Southern Maryland Recycling has filed a lawsuit requesting the circuit court declare Evergreen Disposable ineligible for award of this contract. Given the serious errors in this procurement process that have not been adequately addressed, the town council at a minimum should refrain from taking any action on this contract until the lawsuit is resolved. We thank the council for its time and attention to these matters. Sincerely, James Grainer Jr., President, Southern Maryland Recycling Incorporated, and that is the comment. Is there any other public comment at this time on any item on the agenda? Hearing none, I'm going to move on. Approval of the minutes of the February 20th public hearings.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. Approval of the minutes of the February 20th town council meeting.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And the ayes have it. Approval of the March 2nd work session.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. And finally, approval of the minutes of the March 2nd closed session.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. Next part of our meeting is petitions and communications. The council and the town has received copies of these reports. Due to the crisis that we're in, we have no staff here to report on the reports. If the council does have any questions, please contact Holly, and we'll try to get you your answers as soon as possible. Next is resolutions and ordinances. At this time, I'm going to introduce ordinance O-20-6, an ordinance of the Town Council of Chesapeake Beach adopting the annual budget for the general fund of the town of Chesapeake Beach for the fiscal year July 1, 2020 to June 30 of 2021, and setting municipal tax rates. I will set that for 6:50 on April the, anybody know offhand when the third Thursday is in April?
16th? No,
Okay.
that's,
April 23rd? Third Thursday. What do we got?
April 16th.
April 16th.
Okay, 6:50 on April 16th. Thank you, everybody. Next, introduce ordinance O-20-7, an ordinance of the Town Council of Chesapeake Beach adopting the annual budget for the water reclamation treatment plant of the Town of Chesapeake Beach for the fiscal year July 1 of 2020 to June 30 of 21. I'll set that for 6:52 on April 16th. Introduce ordinance O-20-8, an ordinance of the Town Council of Chesapeake Beach adopting the annual budget of the mitigation fund for the fiscal year July 1 of 2020 to June 30 of 21. I'll set that for 6:54 on April the 16th. Just give me one second here. Introduce and vote on resolution R-20-1, a resolution of the Town Council of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, appointing a new resident agent. We will be doing that tonight. And finally, introduce and vote on resolution R-20-2, a resolution of the Town Council of Chesapeake Beach to allow temporary procedural modifications for conducting town business while accommodating health and safety concerns arising from the coronavirus pandemic. And we will be addressing that tonight as well. Next, we have report of officers, boards, and committees. I have none to report out on. Does the council, Larry, Keith, or Derek, have anything to report out on their committee?
Larry does.
Okay. You're up.
As economic development, I wanted to report for our local businesses. The county has come together to provide support for our local businesses through a group including the Calvert County Chamber of Commerce, the Small Business Development Center, Southern Maryland Workforce Services, and the Maryland Department of Commerce. They will provide assistance with recovery services. These services can be accessed through the website www.calvertcountymd.gov/coronavirus. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Keith?
Yeah, I'd like to give a quick thank you to everyone for making the first annual Health and Wellness Fair a success on March 1st. Appreciate everyone's effort. I have a long list of folks to thank, but rather than reading that off tonight, I think what I'd like to do is just compose a nice email, and with the mayor's permission, have that sent out as an email blast to thank all the organizations and individuals involved.
Yes, please send that to Holly, and we'll get that done.
All right, thank you.
And thank
That's
you,
all I have.
Keith. That was a great day. Thank you. Derek?
Yeah, just real quick. Of course, our planned public meeting will obviously be on hold. And if that ends up being a prolonged hold, then we will look for a new way to gather those public comments on our planning firm's work with our plans. So I'll just keep the council, mayor, and staff apprised of those conversations. If we can't realistically hold a real public meeting, we'll do something to continue with that work, but in a safe way.
Very good. Thank you, Derek. Okay, we have no unfinished business. New business, number one, council to award a 3-year contract with 1-year option to renew for trash, recycling, bulk removal, disposal, and tipping fees to Evergreen Disposal in the amount of $543,180. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. Thank you, council. Next, council to engage the legal services of the law offices of Alexander and Cleaver.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 And the ayes have it. And that basically concludes our business for the evening. Right now, I'm going to ask if there's anybody on the call that wants to make a public comment. Just give a second.
May I just remind anyone who is wishing to make a public comment, if they're muted on the meeting, you may.
We're taking care of that, Charlie. We're taking care of that, Charlie. We're taking care of that, Charlie. We're on that, sir. Okay, everybody's been unmuted. So, is there any public comment?
Councilor Todd Pounds from Alexander Cleaver. I just want to thank you for voting to accept our services.
You're welcome, sir. We look forward to working with you very soon. Is there any other public comment? Hearing none, we're going to go to the council lightning round. I'll begin with the council vice president, and we'll work our way around as you are normally seated when you're here. Madam Vice President.
Yes, I'd just like to say, implore you to please complete your census as soon as possible. It is vital to our community. We really do not, as the Census Bureau, want to come knocking on your door for obvious reasons. Please fill it out. Also, just so you know, no one should be knocking on the doors for the next 2 weeks. Field activities have been delayed for obvious reasons. Second, please contact your local food pantry for their extended times of service, and also if you want to participate in someone serving. And finally, I just hope everyone stays well, stays inside. Please follow all the CDC advice provided by the government, from the governor's office also, and through the town's new portal that they're setting up. And if you have any questions, just call Town Hall. And
Okay.
be safe out there and be smart.
Yeah, and I'm going to put this meeting on pause for 1 second, everybody. I want you to hold on. I'll be right back.
Census. I like the rainbow, Greg. Of course it will be.
Okay, council,
Italy.
council, I'm going to go back to new business, if you will. I want you to bear with me here. We're going to need to vote on two resolutions, R-20-1 and R-20-2. So we at this point in time, the item on the agenda is vote on resolution R-20-1, a resolution of the Town Council of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, appointing a new resident agent.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. And the final piece of business is to vote on resolution R-20-2, a resolution of the Town Council of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, to allow temporary procedural modifications for conducting town business while accommodating health and safety concerns arising from the corona pandemic.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. Okay, thank you. That'll be it. We'll go back to the council lightning round. Madam Vice President, if you have concluded, we'll move to Charlie. If not, we'll stay with you.
No, please move on to Charlie.
Okay, Charlie?
Two items. Attended a very interesting meeting in North Beach regarding the library. I think there's just a really great opportunity, in spite of the fact the library is 100 yards over an arbitrary line, for the community at large to really come together and do some neat work there. I encourage people to get involved. There's just great opportunity to create common space once this pandemic's over, it's going to be something that we're really going to welcome. So just a very interesting meeting. I share that. And then the second, on a somewhat lighter note, I read a very interesting article earlier this morning that I should share with everyone. It just said that walking is really good for you. So we can't all sit around in the same room, but getting out and walking is something that's strongly recommended by most of the people who are trying to mitigate the challenge of sheltering in place or social distancing. So I encourage everyone to get out and take a nice walk. If anyone wants a link to that article, ask me. I'll send it along. Thanks.
Thank you, Charlie. Larry?
A couple things. One is I wanted to really express deep appreciation to you, Mayor, and Holly, for all you've been doing during this pandemic. The outreach you've been doing is fantastic. I wanted to point out that as of today, if you haven't heard, today marks the first day that there's a confirmed case in Calvert County. I also, though, wanted to assure our residents that I've been doing a lot of background work for my former professional career. Our drinking water is safe, and our water reclamation treatment plant continues to do an excellent job. I want to thank Jay and the entire Public Works staff for that. And as I mentioned earlier, contact Calvert County Economic Development Commission for assistance to small businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. And I'll just, reiterate before I move to Greg is basically what I stated earlier. And if you look at the video, it's like what Larry was saying. Our focus right now is, clean water, the wastewater treatment plant functioning, trash removal, and public safety. Please look at the video. Mr. Morris?
Yeah. I would just like to, the general public, to be patient and please adhere to the temporary policies that are needed to get through this pandemic. And again, I stress it's temporary. And there's something that I wanted to show, something that they're doing in Italy right now. And they're painting these across the country with this saying on it, that everything's going to be okay. So everybody hold tight and do the best you can, and be patient with one another. Thanks.
And Keith?
Yeah, thank you. So I just wanted to be sure everybody was aware of the Calvert County Public School program, where they're offering free meals and snacks at 3 schools within the county. And so this is open to children ages 2 to 18. It's kind of a drive-by pickup bag service. The children do not need to be eligible for free or reduced price meals to benefit in order to participate. However, they must be present. So if you need some food, the Calvert High School, Southern Middle School, Patuxent High School are all participating March 18th through the 27th, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And Derek?
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to piggyback on Larry's comments on the great work that our town staff and administrator are doing, and really encourage our residents to stay tuned to the town messages and share them. Share those with people who may not receive them, because they have useful information for everyone, and to also communicate with Town Hall, email or telephone if they need anything or have any issues with services. Services shouldn't be interrupted, so we can just work together and get through this, and just encourage everyone to communicate and help their neighbor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And before I ask for a motion to adjourn, I do want to give a personal shout out to not only the town hall staff that I work with diligently every hour, it's every waking hour, but to the men and women of Public Works and the wastewater treatment plant who are vital to keeping this town running. So I want to applaud them. Have those be my last words of the evening, except for my favorite words of the evening, which is always, is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
And the ayes have it. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Be safe.
You too, Deborah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.